Last time we built the foundations of the Pomodoro timer by doing a basic countdown. This time we're just going to extend that and we're going to alternate between a working time and a rest time for a certain number of cycles. The code will be available over on GitHub. It is under the 02 work rest branch if you want to go and check it out there. This is what we are aiming to build. Just as an example, we've got a work section. After 10 seconds, it's going to alternate and go to rest. And then after a certain number of cycles, it will finish. So I've got the code open that we built last time doing the countdown timer. And in terms of HTML and CSS, there's not an awful lot that we need to change. It would be nice to have an indicator to see if we are working or resting, and also maybe a way to see how many cycles we've got left. I noticed on the actual example, it didn't have the count of cycles, so we're going to add that in this time. So I'm just going to create another div underneath here, and I'm just going to give this an ID of mode, and that will just be work for now. Okay, but obviously the CSS does not look great, so let's just pop this out. So we inspect it. We've got the data percent, which is a flex, which is a grid, sorry. So within here, we can align these both separately. So let's go and do that now. We got the timer. So if we do align self flex end, and then we can target the mode and just do align self flex start. And there we got them centered again. Very nice. So that's pretty much it that we need to do with the HTML and CSS. Very straightforward. Most of the magic is going to happen with JavaScript. So what we need to do with JavaScript is, we need to know how many cycles we need to work through. We need to know which current mode we are on, whether we are working or resting. And then what we also need to do is at the end of the countdown, we need to check, do we have any cycles left? Yes, then we should switch the mode. We'll do that with some helper functions. So I'm just going to create some extra variables that we can use to help ourselves. So we'll call this, what should we call it? Let this number of work intervals equals, we'll just do 2 for now. So it will be work, rest, work. And then we have the option to cancel it so we don't do the final rest, or we can do the rest again. Up to you. You can change it however you want. And we'll also do let current mode equal work. And we also need to get the element by ID of mode. And we'll just call this mode element for now. I'm going to change the time just down to 10 seconds and maybe 5 seconds, just while we're building it. We can see it happens a lot quicker. So let's create a new function just to switch the mode and then kind of reset the current time and decrease the number of work intervals. So we will do this at the bottom. Let's call this switch mode. We'll do current mode is equal to, if current mode is equal to work, then we want to put rest else work. So that will swap. If we are currently on work, it's going to find it, change it to rest. Then we also want timer, which is going to be very similar. If current mode is equal to work, we want to return the work time, else rest time. And we can run this. I don't think this should be timer. Let me just double check. Timer is the element. It should be current time, I believe. Not timer down here. So then we can pass in current timer, current timer. Great. So, but this isn't called anywhere right now. We need to make sure we get it called. So within here, I think we need to do another check. We need to check number of intervals. So if number of working intervals is greater than, so this is where you would do greater than or equal to 0 if you want to do the final rest time. If you just want to do work, rest, work, and then stop the timer, you would do greater than 0. But we'll do greater than or equal to 0. So what we want to do here is run switch mode, but we'll need to clear the interval first. Okay, so it is switching modes, but there's a few issues going on. First up, the color is not changing back to blue when we're working. The text isn't changing, and the angle isn't being correctly calculated. We also aren't decreasing the number of work intervals anywhere, so let's just do this. Let's update the number of work intervals in switch mode. I kind of want to do the same thing again, so if current mode is equal to work, I want to do number of intervals -1, else just return the number of intervals. And in here, I'm just going to update the mode element dot inner text, just so we can see it changing. Current mode, and then we are also going to do, let's say, the number of work intervals. So we've got 2. Hopefully that will go down to rest, and then 2 again, and then work 1, rest 1, and eventually return 0. So it's done. It did the rest. It did the subtraction of rest first. So let's swap these two around. Perfect. Okay. Well, perfect in the sense that the text is updating nicely. So within the update timer, we kind of now need to look at whether we are doing a work countdown or a rest countdown, or if the number of intervals has decreased to 0. So we can do that. If number of work intervals is equal to 0, we want to run this. Also update the mode element in a text. Text. Let's just update that to end 0, for instance. Else, we need to calculate the angle and the color based on what mode we are in. So let's do color. And we can really just copy and paste quite a lot of this. So if it is work mode, we want blue, else red, or whatever colors you want to pick. And we can duplicate this, change the color property in CSS to color. And then we need to update this angle. It's not just work time anymore, it is current time. So let's change that. And that will mean when we get down to the rest time, which is only 5 seconds, it will do that calculation correctly. So there's one issue which I'm not too happy about, and that is when it goes to the next interval, see it doesn't fully populate the circle. And that's because p time is less than 0, but number of intervals is greater than 0. So it's not going within this code. And then when it's going here, p time is 0. So the angle is getting set to 0. I kind of want to make sure that isn't the case. So let's just do a bit quick and dirty if statement here. So if p time is equal to 0, we want to change the angle. I'm just going to move the angle up here for now. But I want to reset the angle to 360 degrees if it is 0. Yeah, it kind of works, but the timer gets set to 0, 0. Not brilliant. So as a quick fix to get the timer to populate correctly, just making sure that when the time is less than 0, I'm not running the update countdown again, just to make sure. And that seems to fix the issue there of setting the correct current time. So as a quick recap, we've updated the HTML to add in a mode option. We updated the CSS just to align it ever so slightly. And then in terms of the JavaScript, we added in the number of intervals and current mode. And then within the countdown, we check whether or not we have any intervals left. If we do, we switch the mode. Otherwise, we go back to update countdown, and that will end it if we have none left. When we switch the mode, we reset the current mode, then update the number of work intervals, and then also the current time. And we just keep doing that loop over and over again. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further and kind of practice this yourself, for the Pomodoro timer, there's actually 3 modes. You have work mode, short rest, and long rest. And the long rest happens on every 4th work iteration. So maybe that's something you can try and implement yourself to maybe check, is number of work intervals a multiple of 4, then run the long rest mode. Let me know if you give that a try in the comments and how it goes. So that is alternating between work and rest times for the Pomodoro timer. Next time we will look to add in a kind of play pause button and also a reset button, so we can reset the timer. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe. Hope you all have a good day, and I will catch you later.